stops, so Trench 3 is put in at the edge of the car park. The rise of steam-driven machinery changed Britain forever. Huge numbers of people flooded into the cities where factories provided work. But such immigration brought about terrible living conditions. One observer of living and working conditions in industrial Manchester was Frederick Engels. Together with Karl Marx, he started a worldwide political movement, communism. Marx and Engels discussed their ideas just down the road from our mill at Chetham's Library.
This is a really eerie moment for me because we're sitting in exactly the same alcove that Karl Marx used to sit in when he came up to Manchester to visit his old mate Frederick Engels. What do you think they used to talk about in this alcove?
Well, I suppose they were setting the world to rights, but unlike anybody else who might sit here and say how things ought to be, their ideas actually had some practical effect in the world.
And Engels himself actually did a lot of research on the working class in Manchester.
Yes, he wrote this book here. This is a photocopy of a bit of it, The Condition of the Working Class in England. And what he says almost makes you weep. Look here, it says, a whole family is often accommodated on a single bed, he says about the conditions they were living in, and sometimes a heap of filthy straw and covering of old sacking hide them in one undistinguished heap. It's just terrible. It goes on to say, often more than one family lived in a damp cellar, containing only one room, in whose pestilential atmosphere from 12 to 16 persons were crowded. It's just horrific, isn't it?
And even though it was written over 150 years ago, it's still quite touched you, isn't it?
It has. It's just so horrible that it makes you want to find out more, to find out how people could actually exist in a world like that.
Good old